All right, in this lesson, we're looking at Venn diagrams, specifically with two circles in them or two categories. All right, here is a Venn diagram, and we are categorizing different bits of information. And today, the information is people's names, so we can do an easy count of who we've got in each category. So we've got people who catch the bus to school, people who have a brother, and all these people outside of those circles, like Philippa, won't fit into any of those categories. Some people you'll see will fit into two categories, some just one. Okay, so firstly, let's figure out how many people we actually talk to see how many people we have in this Venn diagram. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people are accounted for there. So 8 people in total. And now we need to think about how we can find the probability of things. So in this particular case, we're always coming back to the probability, for example, sorry about that the number of favourable equally likely outcomes divided by the total number of equally likely outcomes. So we can just think of how many we want or how many we're looking for divided by how many we had in total. So let's look, if we're trying to find the probability that someone is catching the bus every morning, then you've got to have a look inside this whole circle, okay? The whole circle of do you catch the bus? And even though we're very tempted to just look in this section, because Anne and Erica are in both categories, we have to consider everyone in the bus circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we could actually write out their names if you wanted, but we've got 5 out of the total possible 8 people that we surveyed. Okay, what about if we're looking at the people who have caught the bus and they have a brother? So they have to fit into both categories. And, all right, and is that important word to say both categories in this case. So they have to have caught the bus and have a brother. And the intersection, or where those two circles meet, where Anne and Erica are sitting, they are the 2 people in that category. So we can have 2 out of 8, which simplifies down to 1 out of 4. Okay, now this is where it gets a bit more confusing. They have to be people we are looking for this time, the people who are our successful outcomes. They have to catch the bus or have a brother. We don't mind which one, as long as they fit into one of those categories. So it's important to say, all right, this one or that one, it doesn't really matter. If I reached in and grabbed one of those people from the classroom and said, right, have you got this or that? They could answer yes if they caught the bus, or they could answer yes if they had a brother. So we're taking everybody in those 2 potential categories. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those people fit into one or the other. So 7 out of 8. And our last category is they fit into neither the bus, or this should say nor, let's just fix that up, nor have a brother, okay? They are not fitting into either of those categories. And the only person available not fitting into either of those 2 circles would be Philippa. So in this case, it's 1 out of 8. It's important to remember the and versus the or. If they have both of them, they must have the and there, so they are both in this circle and in the other circle. If we are only looking for people who do one thing, who fit into the one category, we're just looking at this whole circle. So remember, there were 5 people there. If we are looking at people who could fit into either or category, then we can consider both of them. And for people that don't fit into any category, they will sit outside of those circles. So that's how we interpret a Venn diagram and find the probability of those equally likely outcomes there.